omunim ni omoka emra trodo ina na semi yede na ko 20 years nso wuntumi no omo aye ne hu investigations for more than 5 years MPP for cancer investigations ne ho de atie ni
ono ane nkofo
ena de na ko mu 20 years
ono ane nkofo
ye ma no asase a small scale miner so mfa nkoye adwuma what I say under Akonta mining ena odi asase ne ma nipa foforo nipa mienu bi I hope you get it inti court bisa ne say yamo asase uni hu kwan se wode ma obi foforo what I say ehona watomra straight ehona na 20 years no e apply ena wuntumi ebe defend ne ho say wan fa asase na ma omo se omo mfa nkoye galamsey na emom ode ma omo se omo nko reclaim ye ka se omo nko reclaim ye se omo nkoye asase ne ye na omo mfa nua kube na se kube no eyeyi a ehu sika no omo ni wuntumi no ayeden ache whether so omo nko reclaim omo nko dua kube omo nko yede oscillate amra because esen ko san ko minister no ho back no okoje permit masa ankofo na ansana nanso mpo de oka no na ntisa inti bese 4 to 5 years na no omode ye galamsey no na wuntumi nye aware na o se da bi na onya aware
4 to 5 years
basamre no Akufo-Addo time minister wo ho no ye fe na abuginapo
okay
okọ I hope you understand okọ samra boy ho ekoto nkofo na wuntumi ede asase na eden ede ama wo no ema omu jitu mo ko hu se galamsey ina omu de omu asey ho nyina I hope you get it enso so a won se galamsey for na ya no mo apata bi ni ade omu tena se
okay
apata no structures aya bobo ho ni omu cars excavators nyina ya chọchọrọ ho Akonta mining
okay
enso na wuntumi ka kire court se onya we se nkofo no galamsey no omu ye I hope you understand ena nkofo na ka kire minister no abugina fo no omu ka kire ne se wuntumi na de ha ma omu so omu mfanye galamsey no na watch bia ye 1 week bia no omu ma wuntumi 250 grams of gold
okay
sa 250 grams of gold no o convert ba Ghana skema 4 billion sigara 4 billion 400,000
Ghana cedis
inti week bia 4 billion bosomi say inti bosomi bia sa nkofo no ema wuntumi 16 billion 16 billion every month
million Ghana cedis
ade ono se o ka kire omo so omo mfa nkodua kube no omo di ye illegal mining no oje wuska bosomi bia 16 billion oje ni week bia 4 billion de atia ne say sa nkofo no ode asase ne ma omo no omo de koye galamsey no attorney general no atwe omo ba ne side
okay
say mumedi adanse entia wuntumi esa mo ankasa so mba da mu bekwa kodam ena nkofo ne ti ase nti asa wo ne obi akoye bone na wo na ulidi bone no na obi wo na attorney general ne pese ode utum ankasa
okay
na wafa omo a wo ne omo kodi bone no na omo ka no kure wo mu nti ano ena judge ni digina so a omo a wuntumi sai 20 years ena maka no emra no nanka ye 3 years ena Akufo-Addo ene naban ebe change ni se 3 years nso ena omde ko 15 to 25 years ena judge ne man middle 20 years nti ho no kra no police call ho no police ne national security call no ko seize etuo gold ne ho nkeka ho na se wuntumi no wala oke ne ho sa case no o defend ne ho se kra enyeyi
okay
I hope you understand sa na ade ne etie wabumra no so kra
any good bra na ono sesa no ono monye
ni oma evidence ni e clear nkofo so oni omudi ibone no omo aka omo anum nsem nti appeal bia ni ho a ebeyeye nti wuntumi 20 ne de constant nti mo amo ka se yebeja no endro ya wuntumi san so call court eno so e dey case numri forest eno de miami hui se abugina patrol letter say wuntumi you don't have any permit to mine in the numri forest
okay
oh wa mine and also attorney general etchen the manager no eba Ghana side say on media dance entia chema wuntumi
okay
ema manager ne by because ono manager no obi anim no nti se wa nia dance na entia chema wuntumi a ono manager no obekwa kodem obi ampo hwehwe na kira kwan
okay
nti that is the best away manager ne ka kire court say na na we are aware say wuntumi ni permit no so obi say wuntumi say permit
no yeah different case
forest
narration na no so order my
galamsey ni wo mu no permit e wo ho we wontumi ka kyerɛ sɛ masa permit bi ani wɔ ɔhwɛm na ɔnyɛ dɛ ɔnyɛ na ade
now sɛ no sika na wɔ hɔ
na wakom 20 years no na ɛnyɛ wontumi na ankasa na etu galamsey no ɔno gye asase na ɔde ma obi ɛno no wakɔ ho 20 years no nti ɛno na wasan so akɔ court eko face tano numri forest na ɛno onkura permit bia na ɔyɛ dɛ ɔkɔyɛ yɛ no what you say nti ɛno so ɛnyɛ de obekom less than 20 years ɛka ho 40 years
okay
ye wi ani aba Exim Bank ɔkɔgye loan 30 million Ghana cedi ɛyɛ tete no 300 billion what you say sɛ ɔde ekwa kodua eburo na eburo dua ni mu no ɔkɔ fake papers bi receipt bi ni ade ɛsɛ wakoto equipment bi ye contact baby a ɔse ɔkoto equipment no so meto equipment bi a na emom obebisa bisa ne bo keke ena omo man ne document bi a ɛyɛ ade ne bo no akɔfo oje receipt e de call bank no no kwaji iska no eburo no so awanua what you say na no so mbe plea bargain na matimpo se court ne say plea bargain bi ani ho ebe adwuma what you say apart from Cocoa Rose a kwaji huska se obetwa ni nyina wantwa nti wontumi no ye bedi na asema nkasa wie no na wontumi ese okoje obe 80 years and as 70 years ah o man pani bia ntumi nye ho hwe. I hope you understand nti munya ne clear MPP for ne de ono Justin Kodua na o di anim no ono ne de se wontumi akodem because wontumi be kono no ne Justin Kodua wontokwa. I hope you get it eyen kofo bebre de e wo MPP mu se wontumi dem. So that is it. Memo obi nka nkyerɛ say wontumi a political prisoner or a very dangerous man to your survivor e Ghana ha. What you say na ni brad here. Nti e man the party MPP for na nkasa no. Omo mpena sem ne dɔɔso. Akufo-Addo na e back no against ministers ne ade. Nti oye na ade bi oye no basa because Akufo-Addo asserting no e no oye ne ome. I hope you get it. That is a me nkasa Akufo-Addo je ne hye ba oni akrosa wo adwene wo ye badwen ba. Akufo-Addo was giving Wontumi the backing to do what he was doing in Ghana.
The backing
because
power.
Some minister na Akufo-Addo fa no anyone talk pa because send you know see from ni no na enye.
This is another person's account on Chairman Wontumi'S case. So let's just take that one too and then compare the two and see how we can also share our views or what we also have to say about it. Let's take this one too.
From an expert point of view as a mining professional was the issue of assignment of minerals.
Okay.
Now I was saying Magana for minerals say Chairman to me he is not involved in small scale mining or just small scale mining. On my most one factor be am from what Chairman to me say or ye galamsey a court to be Pia Sarah MP.
Okay.
I was saying some sort of setting up on this situation to say Chairman to me kita the friend mining lease. Chairman to me is a mining lease holder. What go through processes regarding this summer boy case.
Okay.
Just this, I went to the court on the summer boy case.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okita mining lease Ghana buying every 2 million shillings. Now Ghana your mouth to me say. Now Ghana your mouth to me say. Oh mining lease. The trend say. As a crowd, you get mouth for mining lease no. Oh who kwine. So we be room. Now we to the good year. Papa so
okay.
Ghana and first of all, we need to establish that.
Okay.
Now, this issue of assignment, Chairman say on the area no edema for reclamation. That was what was indicated.
Okay.
But prosecution no state say to make now or the share some performance say a reclamation no a year or more mining. Now say reclamation and I say Diemboa. It required an assignment. I was a minister, no. Okay. But let me state it clear. But as a mining professional and with common sense, okay. Section 46 of Ghana's Mining Act, Section 46.
Okay.
Subject to this, so a right conferred by mining lease. The amount of mining lease are 2 year mining lease, no. I don't know. Subject to this act and regulations made under this act. A mining lease authorizes the holder, the holder's agents, and employees
and
a person authorized by the holder in accordance with this act to enter upon the land, the subject of the mining lease, to A, conduct mineral operations, including without limitation to mine for the specified minerals of the mining lease. The thing is, say, on mining lease, say you enter the land, mine, nipa bia ope say odi omo ba more mining company concession is no. Assignment only comes in. Our Abraham 2 year mining lease no dia ma say oh as me see amount mining lease we. Now what you this mining lease that amount say adini ba say ebia invest ebia ba. Na say ebe hia say ownership best san and I say ebia o pese o ton na fe bi ene e won keka ho no. And look at the issue of assignment okay. This is from a layman's point of view.
Okay.
And Papa said, I have not assigned my mineral right to anybody. Since now, we see he has assigned 1 to 2. Now, why assigning assignments now? Why you know? I'll say our ministry. To be very frank, this is a dangerous precedent. Let me give you some examples. What company did say Takwa Goldfields?
Yeah.
Engineers and planners, a registered mine support service with the Minerals Commission, and they are delivering contract mining service for Goldfields. Now you ask yourself, should we now say, sir, Goldfields have not assigned their mineral right to engineers and planners, so whatever they are doing there is illegal? What are we doing to ourselves?
Well, so you could see these two different people and their accounts that they have, concerning Chairman WONTUMI'S case. And then, in fact, since the case, your judgment, a buyer, now, the chairman is going to serve a 20 years jail term. In fact, I am somehow because about almost a week now, but to me, Sanya Missy a demon common affair because I think I have to search and do some, proper investigations before I involve myself in any or a case like this because this is a court case. Though the judgment has officially been passed, but for me not to be biased, I think I have to take my time and then do some proper checks before I add my voice to it. So, my said that the mania to form and then acquire political. But before I dive deeper into what I also have to say, I didn't mention until Yana Yeme Bibi Kakra say Yechi Ubia these politicians in Mubia how they mobilize some themselves. At some point, Ubeka say Omaha Kofo and Asifo just to start free this person, free as mercy. Yana a Yeme a Yikakrapa say a brave bit to say a politician ya chinwa Saniana ye mubi brebi the supporters of or the sympathizers of that person almost see a behavior because Mahubi say MPP from top personalities to a lot of the party followers the way I almost see a miracle me who be say amanfo akuku iyoko honomo say omu release miracle enya no nko a ye chairman WONTUMI me who be say and enya MPP side nko a and this nso saa akoye esubia ye dete kronim but no na ya na eye mayi kakra say na oman ye pese ye building ni so they say na ye pese ye building Ghana politicians no ho hia sen timamfo no nso aye nso ye nkwaje saa adwuma no nto ye ho so ana because ye oman na say ye be ye ne say you can't deal with any politician legally. Like it seems you have no right or the state don't have right to deal with whoever commits offense or does anything that goes against the laws of this country once the person is a politician. I don't know if that is how it is, but I feel like that. I see the situations, how people react after arresting a politician, and it is somehow annoying whenever I see people behaving that way. Because we are building a country, that our aim is to build a country that anybody within the country will at least enjoy life, will have a good life. So if it gets to a point that you can't arrest whoever, a politician that does something wrong against the state, then what kind of country are we building? We can't arrest a politician who does something against the state. Matiti Bebre say table never and then SAFO. You see, I am about to dive deeper into this case. But before I dive deep, I want to, address some things. How some people behave when a politician gets arrested. When the state wants the law to be enforced against a politician. I want to address this thing. I don't know why we mobilize people to give pressure to put pressure on Yoko to release that person. Why? Let's say the person is guilty of whatever charges that the Yoko puts on that person. If the person is guilty, you want Yoko to release the person to go scot-free. You don't want the state, the laws of this country to deal with that person because he is who? He is more human than the rest of we Ghanaians. Or what kind of precedent do we want to set? So if the law can deal with a common Ghanaian and we are behaving as if the law doesn't get the muscles to deal with a politician, these are some of the things I want to address, because it sometimes baffles my mind. I can't get it. I can't understand when I see people mobilized putting pressure on Yoko to release a politician when maybe the person is guilty. Come on. Okay, so we are all Ghanaians, and I have said this number of times that people are cheating many Ghanaians. Some people, how they use the power, as a government official or a politician. How some of them use it. In fact, it's not fine. And those things can never be welcomed by some of us. Those attitudes, those actions can never be tolerated by some of us. Matis and Kofoye, the table will turn, and SAFO. Yeah, candidate. This is what we want. Say, if the person refuses to do the right thing, a DNA free as soon as seen and SAFO, na ye jai, ne here pay as ye was Uncle Moya Eco Swim. First, we have to understand the case. Yes, we have to understand what took Chairman Wontumi into prison. We should understand the conversation, the charges, the case itself. As a Ghanaian that want to show some sympathy, I think as I said, first, because the intimate now my muna say obi use power bi, obi use tumi bi or the form neoma bi fa or bring any kwan so, irrespective of whoever the person is. Na nipa no form or minor neoma fa or bra any kwan no. You want to tell me say we should leave the person and then be walking freely? Now other people are suffering. Come on. We can't tolerate these kind of, actions. Then what kind of country are we building? I don't get this. Anytime I hear say Nkofo, freeze Chairman Wontumi ne enya ononko, say manhwa obi beka an kan ani de ohun se or bibi sa na che say obi ho akep da bi enye no bi na meme ye wa ha. I don't do those things. I am always on the issue and the proper judgment concerning whatever issue that is on board. You get it? So if he is guilty, because you need to find out whether he is guilty of these charges or not. That is the first thing as a Ghanaian or as a sympathizer or as a lover of Chairman Wontumi. You need to find this first. Is he guilty or not? Now, and yes, I will be now free as mercy, free as mercy. In fact, that thing it worry me anytime I see such act from some people. Someone may say, I am told and you would for. I get it. I tell you, let's build a country that anyone that belongs to this country will at least feel good for being a Ghanaian. But yet, not just allowing some people to, take the goodies in this country, just that. And to say, we'll be say table never turn it. So that literally means we should have leave him. We shouldn't ask him about these charges. We should leave him. So Yenso Yeba power, we will also leave you. Now, this reminds me of when I think it was 2014 coming 2015, 2016. Why Ghanaians voted massively for Nana Akufo-Addo? Because it was all over that NDC, the government at that time, president, this current president, it was his time. It was all over that he was corrupt, and not only him, but his government was deeply into corruption. A lot of rumors was spread about that then government. So people bought that rumors and felt like, oh, you see, say Ghana for to abetia abambi, say one me a corrupter. This, vividly tells you, say Ghanaians want a president, a government that will hold some people accountable of whichever deeds that they put up or they involve themselves. So if a time has come and some of you are being, charged by Yoko, they want to hold you guys accountable of your deeds, and you are saying what? The table will turn. Just that. You don't have any other thing to say. If you are being arrested and you think you are not guilty of the charges that has been put on you, it is simple. You just prove yourself. I don't know if I'm not making sense here. You have to prove yourself that you are not guilty of it. And because I think somebody said a buy more munim senior cases be to say yesi a fighting or yesi facing. And I feel me see a question and Akufo-Addo. And I'm Dr. Bamu Dubaumia. Then Omoyenchi Womo. Into the Ebachin Biano, that means there was some activities that he or she was involved that needs to be investigated. I think this is simple. Into Yang Ghana for now, this is what we want. If we say some people are taking us for granted, you cannot. I don't know where Chairman, if he's from Ashanti region, I just want to get the root of Chairman Wontumi to at least say something about it. Chairman Wontumi is not from Samaboy or whoever that do galamsey or mining doesn't come from some areas that they are doing they are mining, business. But you see what? Those areas, you want to free, sir, natives of sa areas, no. Now, so, and now I buy to me, I will be no. You can come to my area, my village, with a buying power. They said one of the narrators, or say, Yebusa Chairman Wontumi Watano River no Dieno. I know that case is about to be, that the judgment is about to be passed. And then I say, court after say a judge 20 years imprisonment, we or sign, and I know you almost call court you. Not you. This is what the guy said, and I quote him. Say, or no nipa no ne my ejuma land and so ejuma forest ni mo ejuma no bisa and say, Chairman, do you have permission for this forest? Or this land. I say, my friend, come on, do your work, do your job. I had to say, I bind power and I to me and no crowd that time. Me mean to me, Kosha, yes, I had no. But no, not yet. And now to me and no, not buying our power. Need to me link protocols and then I say for or won't, he felt confident to do whatever now person or any landed. Sa area hopefully free sa bia no koye sa de no omni power sa bia or no free home but na wontimi nkonkutu or mo akru masase no no so agudie nipa na e war land mu no no so mfa bi mesje na brabo yi eno ti se e ba na se obinya aban ne to me na ode ye niema e favor wo no individually selfishly e obra niema ode ye ne bi ye ti se ode abetu kro bi for so asase se you akofa mu nipa from baby o free aba be fe kro ni mu nipa kro mu hofo kra try say nko mo be stop na aha nko nam so wa ban mu ntino obetumi di aban no power police ana bibi ete say akọ je di ope because owo aban to me sa niema we bi ena I have been consistently speaking about it. You are not a native of that area, so ni ye mu pa no those who comes from that village deserves to use advantage to at least enjoy the goodness in their area. But where they be obi they are buying to me beba be sound who wa krum na wa be to a one pako. And you want us to leave these cases, these situations like that and tell me the table will turn. Come on, this is not right. You to me build a Ghana this way. We can't. A man for see a man for a check. Mrs. I would call manso. Oh, come manso. A quiet call rebel. A quiet call, Yamono, ebi, say, ebi, a BBS now call her, if I to rebel. And so, when the power do, they've been taken from years back. But the road leading to those villages is not good. But they just try any means to go to that area and take their goodness just that because they have power. So we cannot leave people who behaves this way freely like that. We are not going to tolerate those things. It will not happen. So if the table will turn, yes, if it turns, whatever you think you have to do right now, when the time comes, don't delay, don't play with it. Do it, because that is why people vote for you to come into power, not just to enrich yourself, for others to keep suffering. I will not go and vote for someone because I want the person to come and then come to enrich him or herself, and then I keep on suffering because I don't care about my life. I won't do that. First, you have to find out what made or what led the arrest of that person. Second, is the person guilty to whatever charges? Is he guilty of the charges against him? Third, then what if the person is guilty? What do you want the state to do with that person? Why you want the table will turn again? Okay. So what I say, enti obi biara obenya omana kwenya se odi ye bibi omani team biara. Amanfo adi say adwuma no politicians na be ka kire say asumesi we corrupt asumesi we say yen ya na nye ne omo nenam omo ha na ba be di sa ankomo ni ehun say corruption sa na ekoso wo man yi ene esi ye wu yen fa yen japade yen hyen kof papa bi a wo mbeboa yen abrabon sawo omo ha na be di sa ankomo no and if you come out with such alleged informations, accusations, and then you are being held or the person has been held accountable for whatever deeds you are complaining, then what else do you want us to do? What else do you want us to do? If you don't want anyone who refuses to do the right thing accountable, then what else do you want us to do?